Alright, hey there, this is the One Boom, and today I wanted to talk about what makes a bad teammate. Now, this is 4 a.m. when I'm recording this. I had a long productive day of getting gameplay for you guys because I didn't have anything else to do, and then I was like, maybe I should make a video, and then I promptly passed out. So here I am waking up at 4 a.m. in a cold sweat thinking, holy shit, I don't have a video for the next day, this is no way to live my life, I'm going to die at 30. Whatever. What makes a bad teammate? Now, this video is mostly comical, but these are like my pet peeves. I hate it if you are on my team and you are doing this. Now, my friends, I have a soft spot for because they're my friends. But when blueberries do this, when people that I do not know are doing this, people that I have not played with before, they are not my friends, the game has paired me with them, I hate them for doing these things. And you know what's great? I don't have these written down. Okay? I am just going to, off the top of my head, while recording this, pick 5 of the billion things I hate to see my teammates do. I don't need to prepare for this video, I'm just gonna pick 5 things out of the billions and billions of pet peeves of my own. So, let's go down the list, starting with number 5. If you play a game of domination, or hardpoint, or headquarters, or kill confirmed, or anything that is not just simply about killing, you will have a teammate that is so high on the leaderboard despite doing absolutely nothing. And yes, I mean absolutely nothing. Now, it is possible to get 50 kills in a game of hardpoint and not be contributing if you're not positioned in the right areas and if you're being a selfish prick. Hardpoint games can go on for about, 15 minutes sometimes. It's not really hard to get 50 kills in 15 minutes against equally skilled opponents, especially on smaller maps like, Piccadilly or Crash. It's not necessarily that hard, so don't pat yourself on the back if you're top slayer like that. But if you have less than 15 kills at the end of a hardpoint game, and you're bragging about how much time you had in the hardpoint, congratulations, you're a human punching bag. If you are not capable of throwing frag grenades, flashbangs, getting kills, moving into the objective in a way that eliminates the enemy, then I don't want you near the objective. Despite the scenarios where you could be holding down the objective and playing it well while your teammates go out and kick everybody's ass, a lot of times I see somebody that has so much objective time, but they just keep running to the objective and dying and just end up feeding the enemy team streaks. This is even worse in a game with score streaks because if you know anything about score streaks, you get more score by getting kills on objectives, whether defending them or attacking them. So if your teammate's constantly dying on objectives, you are about to get a streak called in on you. If you give the enemy a precision airstrike or a VTOL or a cruise missile or something that can help them take the next objective, something that could help them get to higher streaks, something to tilt and frustrate us because you just had to get that objective score on your screen, you just had to have that 4 minutes in the hardpoint, I'm sorry, you're not helping. And in domination, if you have 50 captures and only 5 kills, go fuck yourself. You are not helpful. That means you are not defending the flags, you are simply dying to take them. It does not take careful tactical planning or skill to throw your body onto the objective over and over and over again like an idiot. So play the objective smart. I don't think everybody needs to be a top fragger, but you need to play the objective smart. If you are dying for the objective more than you are capturing the objective, then you are hurting your team, not helping it. In Call of Duty, dying 5 times can equal 9 deaths. And what I mean by that is if you die 5 times trying to capture an objective because you're being an idiot, and you feed the enemy team a precision airstrike and then they call that in and get a quad feed with it, and I've seen this happen especially in objective game modes like Headquarters and Hardpoint, then congratulations, you're fucking us over. If you don't know how to use shrapnel double frags, if you don't know how to use EOD when you're capturing an objective, if you don't know how to throw smoke grenades or use trophy systems, then stop playing the objective all game. You are hurting your team. Failure to adapt is our number 4 problem with teammates, and these are the people that, let's say they're trying to get the Car 98 gold, or they're trying to level up Estrella, or they're trying to utilize a crappy weapon that's not good on the map they're playing, and they are so hell-bent on completing some sort of challenge or using some sort of, quirky setup with like a riot shield and Molotovs or something, that they just really weigh your team down. And what you gotta do, and I know this is hard, especially for the people that are so paranoid about skill-based matchmaking, but listen, if you want to get a gun gold, or you're trying to use something a little bit off meta, or something that's maybe just not very good, and your team is getting their ass kicked, you're getting streaks called in on you, you're losing map control, you're losing everything on any map, in any game mode, if you are just losing, you need to change it up. Sometimes the challenge isn't worth it. If you get 6 kills in 10 minutes, there's something wrong. I'm sorry, this is where I draw the line. I'm all about completing challenges, I'm all about having your own fun, but there's a certain point where you've committed to a bad decision and you're gonna call that tenacity. I'm sorry, that's just a bad decision. If I'm seeing chopper gunners and support helos and airstrikes getting called in on me constantly, and I see a teammate running around with a Car 98 on Shoot House, go F yourself. That is not helpful. You need to be gaining map control. You need to be using something more practical. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Oh, you want throwing knife kills? Yeah, maybe this isn't the game to do that, champ. There's a VTOL in the air, and it's the 5th one that's been called in on us. You kind of have to use a bit of critical thinking. And if you think, well, I'll never complete this challenge, first of all, go into TDM, okay? That's a big tip. Go into TDM if you are trying to get stupid kill challenges done. Go into TDM. 10v10 TDM, 6v6 TDM, go in there. Go into Ground War. Go into a game where your performance is not hinged upon. Because if you play a 10v10 TDM or a Ground War game, we don't have to rely on you quite as much. But if you're in a 6v6 hardpoint game or domination game, I really don't want to see you running after enemies with your riot shield trying to get the damn thing gold. It's just frustrating to see if we're getting our asses kicked. Adapt your class, okay? If you're losing, and if you have gone 5 minutes without getting more than 3 kills, something is wrong. Adapt. Fuck your challenge, fuck your camos. At a certain point, you are really prioritizing progression over performance, and you are helping your team lose, you're helping yourself lose, and I'm sorry, no amount of challenge is worth just going through terrible matches after terrible matches. This game, especially with something like Modern Warfare here, this game came out like less than 2 months ago, so just chill the fuck out. You have an entire year to get things done, and certain challenges will just happen. You don't need to force it. If you're losing, bring it around and maybe make it about the win, because some people don't enjoy the game for pretty camos or arbitrary challenges. They enjoy the game when they do well, when they feel like they owned that match. That is what's important to most people, unfortunately. For you little challenge doer, I just hate seeing teammates put so much emphasis on meaningless progression that they fuck over the game. Number 3 is a little bit more vague, but it's something I can talk about quickly because I've spent too much time on the first 2 things. Scaredy cats. Teammates that are scaredy cats. I don't know where you came from, I don't know what games you play, I don't know your life story, I don't know your skill level, but I hate it when I see teammates peeking into intense firefights going, oh, I don't know about that. They have no aggressive bones in their body. They don't throw a frag towards danger. They don't, play hard. They don't look for avenues to flank from or anything. They're timid. They're scared. These are the teammates that you get shot from. And a lot of you longtime Call of Duty players will know what I mean. You'll see a random on your team, and he's kind of behind you, or maybe a little bit to your left or whatever, and you feel like that area is clear, and then you get shot from there. And then after you've died, then the teammate takes them out. And you're like, where were you? What were you doing? We'll talk about what else that could mean later, but a lot of these types of people I can only describe as scaredy cats. It's really hard to describe them. I don't even know if I have any footage of them. It's such a subtle thing, and maybe it's just my perspective, but I hate it when I die, and then as I'm like looking over my dead body after I've been killed, and I see a teammate just kind of lurking in the back like, oh goodness, are there enemies around? Like, are you scared? Maybe you should go somewhere else. And it's really embarrassing when you see people playing that way in like team deathmatch. Like, what are you doing? The whole point here is to kill or die, and you're gonna have to do one or the other, and you are starving yourself of greatness if you play like a timid scaredy cat all game. And yes, that includes obsessive camping, that includes that little shitty playstyle you see these people doing, where they crouch around corners, and you know what, that's gonna lead me into number fucking 2. Obsessive crouching teammates. Stop crouching. Stop it. Okay, now if you know you're sneaking up on somebody, or you are trying to keep yourself behind a specifically heighted piece of cover, okay, go for it. But for the love of God, stop rounding corners with your ass dragged upon thy ground. Your juicy dumpster needs air. Get up and move around. It's not that hard. Just keep moving. Keep an unpredictable pace. Think of it this way, when you crouch through a doorway and an enemy sees you, if that enemy was aiming chest level, your head is right there. And in a game like Modern Warfare, headshot multipliers are high. You are going to get two-shotted immediately. You cannot jump from that position. You cannot prone easily from that position. You are a slow, fat target. You cannot make the drastic movements required in a drop shot. You cannot easily jump side to side. You cannot easily get back around the cover you came from. It's so embarrassing watching somebody enter an engagement crouched and then panic and can't back up fast enough. And I see teammates doing this so often. Or I will burst in through a door, I'll be checking corners, I'll be going around, and a teammate will be in front of me, like crouching around, like checking behind me, like, hey man, you see any bad guys around? Stop doing it. You are not tactical. Unless you are specifically trying to sneak up on somebody, you should not be crouched. Unless you are specifically using a piece of cover that would require crouching to utilize properly, you do not need to be crouched. Yes, you might get a kill or two sometimes, but good players are going to see that, they're going to jump backwards, they're going to jump diagonally, they're going to do something, and your range of motion is limited. You have an extra operation you have to do before a fast movement, okay? You have to uncrouch, they don't. You have to lift your ass, their ass is already lifted. And in a game where you die in 200 milliseconds, maybe your ass better be able to move. When I'm on a roll, when I'm at my best, when I'm fast, your crouched ass is grass and I'm gonna mow it. Stop doing it, and I hate seeing teammates doing it. I've been seeing it for years. You are not tactical, you're an idiot. And number 1 is simple. Lack of self-awareness. You know what sucks? Dying next to a random teammate after getting shot in the back, and your teammate doesn't even turn around. They don't even move their head. It's like they've already accepted death. Like, oh, my buddy next to me just got shot in the back. Oh well, I guess it's my time to die. That's the worst experience I can ever have when I'm playing with random teammates. If you are not aware of where bullets are coming from, where your teammates are dying from, where the objective's getting captured, and even worse, when you walk into a room that maybe has a window that overlooks a large vantage point, and you push your teammate that's already in that window out of the way, and you stand in front of them, you put your shoulder right in their mouth while you're trying to use that window as if they're not already there. Like, don't back up and use the window from a different angle. Don't sit in the wings and wait for your teammate to die and then use the window for your sniping areas. No, just push your teammate that was already there out of the way. Or crowd your teammate so that when they try to back up from said cover or window or doorway, that they bump into your dumbass. If you are ass hugging your teammates, you're not paying attention. If you're pushing your teammates out of windows, you are not paying attention. Or you're just a selfish dick. Now, there are cases where it needs to happen, that's for sure. But I have had teammates that have just consistently bumped into me in the open. Like, there was no reason you had to run right into me and then, like, you know, player collision glitch past me. And there's no reason for that. Or I'm in a doorway or I'm in a window and they won't move. And they're slow. And I don't know if you're stoned or drunk or stupid. I don't care. Get the fuck off my team. I hate you. If you do this, I hate you. I don't care who you are. I don't care what god you pray to. If you are not paying attention to where your teammates are, to where your teammates are dying, like, if you cannot spare the mental energy required to see, oh, all these blue triangles on my minimap are disappearing at an alarming rate. Like, Modern Warfare tells you when your teammates are shooting. Isn't that crazy? The minimap tells you when your teammates are shooting. So if you see their arrow faced a certain way and they're shooting, here's an idea, it might be at an enemy. And your teammate might need help. Even if you just want to use your teammates as bait, that's fine. That's at least more productive than completely ignoring them. But you have to be aware of the other people around you. Your teammate just died. Where did they die from? Can you capitalize on the person that just killed them? Or this teammate's in front of you, he's where you want to be. Do you really want to crowd them and just set the enemy team up for a double kill? That's my least favorite thing, is when I go to back up, I'm backing into a teammate, and then by the time I realize I'm backing into a teammate, I already see that me and the teammate have both died by the same person. Like, that is just horseshit. And I see you around in real life too, okay? I see you in the aisles at Walmart, okay? I see you at my local Albertsons. I see you at the gas station. You suck, okay? You have no idea of what's going on around you. I don't care if you're on meds, if you're slow, if you're stupid, if you're stoned. You are an inconvenience. Regardless of the reason, the result is the same. You don't need to be having a conversation in the bread aisle with your long-lost coworker. You do not need to be sniping from the same exact window I am, teammate. Get your fucking elbow out of my nose. So this video was not short at all. Not at all. And really, I could have paced all of these better. But I'm gonna upload this. This is the video I'm choosing to upload. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you when I see you. I won't waste any more of your time with anything. Just be courteous, be willing to adapt, and pay attention, and don't be scared. It's a video game. You won't have great moments unless you try for them, and really just stop crouching everywhere. You look stupid. I'll see you when I see you guys. Goodbye.